My name is Kalley, Teche Area, area, drafting and design. I like it's very relaxed atmosphere. Like you're able to, well, I know in our class you're able to, I can like go outside and do my work. I can come back in, he's there to help me if I need it. Well, first I went and talked to Mr. Chris, my instructor, and, found out more about the program, made sure it's exactly what I wanted to do. And then I went to the office and they gave me some paperwork. I filled it out, brought it back in, and you had to bring like your transcript, you had to bring your like shots and vaccinations and stuff like that throughout the years. And then you just sign up and then you have an orientation and then you're in. He helps you whenever you need it. There's times like he wants you to figure things out on your own, but he'll help you out as much as he can. Like, he's not going to sit there and say, this is exactly how you do it, now go do it yourself. He gives you as many hints as he can, and then he wants you to kind of sit down and try to toy with it to figure out, see if you can get it yourself, and if not, then you can go back and he'll help you out more, which is another thing that I really like about it. He's not always like over your shoulder, making you nervous. He's a very laid-back teacher. When I was first starting, I was doing mechanical, like, I would get as much help as I could from him, and I'm very stubborn. I like to figure it out on my own. Like, I'll sit there for an hour and a half on a problem before I go and ask him a question. Well, there's been a couple times where like I just cannot figure it out, so I'll walk outside, and as soon as I get outside and I look at it, like I just like have to change environments pretty much. And as soon as I get outside, I'm like, oh, well, that's what I got to do. And so there's been a couple of times that's happened. And with my laptop too, I do that. Like, I'll just go outside and I'll sit on the bench, and it's more relaxing for me out there. When I first started with the drafting, our teacher said this is not a race, it's not a competition, everyone works at their own pace. And there has been a couple people who tries to compete, but you can't. You need to be able to work at your own pace. And that's one of the things that I did like about it, because like in high school and stuff, you always learned everything together. Like one person could be done 2 days ahead of everybody, but you still had to sit in class. Well, with this place, everyone's able to advance at their own pace. So if you're ready to move on, you can, and if you're not, then you can sit back and take time on it. With the mechanical, we've done shapes where you had to make them 3D. He'd give us like 1 or 2 sides, and then you had to figure out the third side by drawing the dimension from the 2 sides it gives you. And then once you get the 3D object, then you have to draw that other side that wasn't given. And then we did some pipe drafting with mechanical, and then with house, like I said, I started about 3 weeks ago, and I'm doing architectural right now with the houses. I'm on my 2.5 plans because I'm working on 2 different houses right now. But with the mechanical, if you make even a slight mistake and you think you're finished and you realize that you made that mistake, you have to go back, you have to erase all the lines, you have to fix it. With AutoCAD, you just go through and you type in a couple codes, you click and you change it, and it's done. I prefer mechanical because I like to draw, but at the same time, the AutoCAD makes it easier. I love the people in my class. I love them. They're all great, great people. And I do work with all of them most of the time. Sometimes, because like I said, Mr. Chris, the way he is, he kind of he'll explain it to you, but he wants you to kind of figure it out on your own also. Right. Well, I learn well that way, but not everyone else does. So there's a couple of times where I've had to sit down with some of the other some of the other students, and I'd show them step by step. Like I would do it on a different piece of paper, or I would open up a new AutoCAD document and I would do it and show them exactly how it was done, and write down the notes, or let them write down the notes that I did as I was talking, and then I would take the paper away, or I would delete the program so they couldn't see it, but they had, I showed them exactly what to do. It's something I love, drawing and everything, right. But it's something, I'll enjoy it for a while. Like when I was younger, I did little jobs here and there, and they're so repetitive, and I got bored with them, and I just couldn't. That's not what I didn't see myself doing. That's why I came to school, and this is something I could see myself doing for the long run. There's some people that learn better by books. There's some people that learn better by hands-on. If you're a hands-on person, this is definitely the place to be.